Thank you. Oh my god, it's so hot. Hello. Plus we sit in the front. We are going to take the Sound of Music tour for 4 hours.
We go across State Bridge. That's the one of the car bridges across the river. When you take a look up to your right, can you see the modern building, white square modern building up on the mountain? Is the Museum of Modern Art and the M32, a cafe and restaurant up there. You just walk towards there, walk inside, take the elevator up, and then you end up at the terrace. Also Julie Andrews and the kids were sitting in between Do Re Mi discussing. That's just using syllables for the songs. Doesn't make sense. Behind them you get a beautiful view into town. You can get the same view when you go up there. So we're gonna do our first stop here. We're gonna walk along Lake Leopoldskron. When we get to lake, there's a really pretty view to Untersberg, the mountain they used for the escaping scene. The palace was built out here, not just the palace, also the lake has been built. The lake you see is artificial.
Oh,
Therefore
really?
not too deep, about 1.5 to 2 meters, 6.5 feet deep. Almost every winter it's frozen and then we can go ice skating.
The Panorama Tour, the Sound of Music.
She gets on the bus in the city of Salzburg, then she gets out here, she's coming along, she's got her suitcase in the one hand, the guitar in the other hand, she's singing I Have Confidence in Me. Remember, she arrived there, she stopped at the gate, she saw the huge house, she went like, oh hell. She walked across the courtyard, she rang the doorbell, the old butler, Franz, opened the door, she stepped inside the house. Take a look here, left inside, that's the house I'm talking about. That's the front of the house they were living in. This is also the gate was closed, they were pushing out the car noiselessly without turning on the engine, but the Nazis, they were already waiting there for them and brought them to their festival performance. So this is the house they used. The trees over there can be seen as well. These are the trees the kids were hanging in, wearing the drapes, the curtain clothes. We just arrived at Salzburg Palace. We're just gonna go all the way down to the other end, because this is where they moved the gazebo to.
You are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to think. Better beware, being ready and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, pillows will fall in line.
The Sound of Music Pavilion.
When they were filming, they were at the other place next to the lake where we have just been, yeah? And then the gazebo was moved out here, 1990. And soon afterwards, it was also
Locked.
because obviously there were a lot of people who were trying to dance around the benches and they didn't make it to the next bench. Instead they fell off and they hurt themselves, so they locked it. You can dance around, but not inside anymore, okay? Also Shami and Carr, who played Liesl in the movie. She wasn't 16 going on 17, she was 21 going on 22 when they filmed the movie.
Are 16, going on 17, pillows will fall in line. Eager young lads that always and cats will.
Then you can tour the palace, you can go around and see the park, you can tour the trick water fountains, and also the zoo is out here. So Salzburg's Animal Park is also located here. So when you take a look out to your left hand side, up on the hill you see a building with a red roofed church in the middle. That's Nonnberg Abbey. Is the place where Maria lived before she got to the Trapp family. The only thing which is open to the public is the church up there. The church is, by the way, the place where Georg and Maria really got married. So in real life, they got married at Nonnberg Abbey, and for the movie, they used a different church further out on the countryside.
With songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears.
Lake Fuschl, the lake we arrive in a moment, is the first lake you reach when you go from Salzburg out to this area. So it takes about half an hour, then you are here at Lake Fuschl.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and get it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? Of liberty, gentle, willing to be a cloud.
And now ahead of us, there it is, Lake Fuschl. The cleanest and clearest lake out here in this area. So its water is supposed to be drinking water quality. This is why you will never ever see motorboats on that lake. Just sailboats, paddle boats, rowboats are allowed out here. Swimming not a problem at all. Obviously a very pretty place to stay. I guess I do not have to tell you that it's also a very expensive place. Now please point your cameras out to the right hand side. In a moment there's a very interesting construction coming up on the right, located on a lake. The only artificial lake out here in this area, and the building we see now is the international headquarters of Red Bull.
Oh my god.
16, going on 17, baby, it's time to live. Better beware, being ready and careful, baby, you're on the brink.
Lake Wolfgang is named after a saint who lived out here, whose name was surprisingly Wolfgang. So this gives us the chance to stop here for a moment, for you to jump out to get some pictures, and then we continue on from here to Mondsee. And there you have time, then you can see the wedding church, you can grab something to eat. From Mondsee we're gonna go back into the city of Salzburg.
What a scene.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
Is this a club? What is this?
Lovely.
Das ist schon wieder große. So we go partly up the mountain, we go down on the other side, then we will arrive at our last lake, which is Moon Lake. Of course there's a church adjoining to it, which was for the monks in former times. Nowadays for the community living out here, and it's the biggest church. Robert Weiss founded the surrounding areas of Salzburg. This is why they came out here to film the wedding scene. The church out here in Mondsee. We're gonna have a stop there, then you can see everything, the church, you can go for strudel, you can do some souvenir shopping, whatever you like.
When you know the notes to sing.
So here is the town of Mondsee, and that's the church I'm talking about on the other side of the lake. And we will be in Mondsee for approximately 1 hour, okay? So we go into town together.
She's always late for chapel, but her penitence is real. She's always late for everything, except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very firmly feel Maria's not an asset to the Abbey. I'd like to say a word in her behalf. Maria makes me laugh.
What you can do is you can take a look into the church, just walk straight on and then left hand side. You walk through a little souvenir shop.
Anything you know you'd like to tell her, many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep away without the sun? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
The film location, the wedding of Maria in The Sound of Music. Beautiful church, as you can see. And look at the square. All these houses are really lovely.
Share your experience on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and TripAdvisor. So please do all that. If you post pictures, just put a hashtag Panorama Tours or Original Sound of Music Tour, whatever, so that we can also see your pictures. Mirabell Gardens now. I'm standing at the moment on Pegasus Fountain. So this is where they were dancing around, singing Do-Re-Mi. Up here is the staircase. They were jumping up and down, taking the steps as their note for the final sequence. Mirabell, when you translate it, it means beautiful view. And so, Mirabell Palace, where the palace we just walked through, as I said, is an official building, so it cannot be visited. Just the gardens can be walked around. Yeah? Alright everybody, so once again, thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all a great stay here in Salzburg. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, 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 to you and you and you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. We float, we think we fly.
We are here now in the house of Mozart. That one there, that's the birthplace of Mozart. That yellow house behind us.